So the Kitten of Love came home from the kitten hospital, and I had to reorient myself as regards sharing my intimate living space with a charming, narcissistic, predatory manipulator. I've scarcely missed a beat, to be honest. It's been like coming home. I think I was born to it. So the first thing I did was put in a very posh, expensive, microchip sensitive cat flap, which cost an arm and a bastard leg, and then she refused to use it. I spent about a week on my hands and knees pasting bits of fish through it while she sat on the other side of the little window going, I don't know why she found it so tricky, because she's clearly gifted. Anyway, she got it eventually, and I think she's just taking her time, and then she started going out and it was all brilliant. And then came back one day and there'd been an incident in the living room. There was like splatter stains up the TV, all dripping down onto the carpet. Come on, let's have some crunchies. Oh, that's nice. And it was weird because it was like a sort of tomcat type incident, but she's a female neutered cat. So I googled it on my phone and it said, oh yeah, female neutered cats can do that, they can spray, it's like a stress response. Is she being bullied? And I was literally still holding the phone reading it, and there's just this terrible tomcat yowling noise out the back, and I'm still holding the phone, the pair of us sort of like look around the corner, and there's this fuck off jowly guy with big stripy jowls, a big tomcat, headbutting the cat flap. I nearly did a wee on the carpet, it was awful. It was just so huge, you know, and she's so tiny and it was looming. It wasn't good. We hid, we went really quiet and hid around the corner and waited until he padded soundlessly off on his big fat paddy paws. And then I thought, well, I better take her to the vet and get her checked over just in case. Didn't we? We went to the vet, that nice vet with the kind hands. And she's too big for the kitten hospital now, so we went to the proper vet and we had to queue up for a very long time in a packed waiting room full of skinheads with tattoos on their necks and big pit bull terriers straining on chains. And then eventually the vet opened the door with a clipboard and said, Kitten of Love. He gave her a very thorough going over, and he said, is she a scrapper? I said, is she a scrapper? Oof. And that was the start of really getting to know the vet. I've got to that age now where I say to people, ooh, the vet's lovely, and he is. And he should be, considering how much money I've ended up giving him. The first incident was before the killing spree sort of really got underway, and I had no idea what I was letting myself in for really. And she had a baby mouse, and I managed to get it off her, and it didn't seem hurt, but it was shocked, and I didn't know what to do. So I rang the vet, and they said, "Oh, you can bring it in if you want." So I put it in Tupperware and drove it across town, and they were very good. I gave it into reception, and then I sat, and I was the only person in there. And then after a bit, the nurse said, the receptionist said, "You can just leave it with us." And I said, "No, I'll stay." Got ya. And I waited, and then eventually the vet with the kind hands came out and sat down and said, "Look, we're just going to keep an eye on it. I mean, if it seems all right, we'll let it go, and you know, if it's struggling, we'll humanely put it to sleep." And I said, "Oh, all right." And I was chatting over the garden wall with my next door neighbour Molly, who's 85. She's been in some of my videos, and she looks after the cat when I'm away. She's talking about Mole, my old cat, and what a gentleman he was. You know, I had him for 14 years, and this is the problem really, because it lulled me into a false sense of security, because Mole never hunted, he never caught anything. He caught a feather once, but we think it just fell out of the sky into his mouth. And Molly was saying, oh, he was a gentleman, Mole, wasn't he? He had a really kind soul. And I said, he was a gentleman, and he did have a kind soul. And as we were chatting, the Kitten of Love hopped up next to us, sort of bounced along the garden wall, and Molly just eyed her with a fishy eye and said, "She's spiteful." Which she sort of is, really. I don't know what happened to the baby mouse. I didn't like to ring in case they thought I was just fussing. I don't hold with the suggestion that they just immediately took it out the back and fed it to a large snake. Yes, life is a bowl of cherries, Kitten of Love.
Yes, it is. Yes.